I'm John Tesh.
And I'm Mary Hart. Like 60 Minutes, the content of a hit Australian television magazine show is compelling, revealing, and controversial. Unlike 60 Minutes, the show is entirely about sex, with nothing left to the imagination.
Take that jeans off.
It's honest.
Probably they're rare.
It's direct.
We found Vaseline was very good.
And it leaves nothing to the imagination.
Drop it.
It is Sex, a weekly Australian news magazine that was last year's 4th highest rated show.
Hello, welcome to Sex. I'm Pamela Stephenson, and I...
Broadcast over the public airwaves Thursday nights at 9:30, Sex is seen by millions and blends serious subjects like AIDS prevention with lighter topics, such as a day at a nudist resort where even the show's reporter gets in on the act.
You do get an attack of the giggles when you first come to a nudist resort.
Series host Pamela Stephenson says there's no shortage of stories to tell.
People seem to like talking about their sexual behavior. I mean, it must be true of all people. They just have to have an excuse. And what better excuse than you're going to be seen by 10 million people?
And just what are these millions of people tuning in to see? Well, everything from what really goes on inside an S&M parlor to a clinic where the ancient sensual mysteries of tantric sex are taught.
You rest your hand first on your partner's navel.
To man-on-the-street surveys the people just seem to love to take part in.
Is he a good kisser?
Yes, used to be.
Tim Klukas is the show's executive producer.
They want to tell us their fantasies. They want to tell us where they lost their virginity. They want to tell us what they do after sex. They want to tell us the noises they make.
But apart from the more lighthearted segments, much of Sex is devoted to exploring human sexuality in an instructional way. Dr. Karen Phelps is the show's medical correspondent.
People know that the information that they get, particularly from my segments, because my segments are always educational, that they know that that information is something that they can take into their own lives and use to improve their quality of life.
The revealing nature of the show, the only thing that cannot be aired is the sex act itself, is not without some controversy. A recent taping of a story on high-risk sex pointed out the fine line between what producers see as useful information and what others simply see as pornography. Bruce Coleman represents a religious-based political organization.
It makes a lot of sexual activity appear to be normal. You know, anal sex, oral sex, all those sorts of things, and makes out that they're normal sorts of behaviour that just anyone gets involved in, whereas it's not true.
But that opinion appears to be a minority one, and a quick survey of our own in Sydney would suggest that Aussies really do love their sex.
Well, it's different. You know, I'm interested to see what's going to be on it next week.
I think it's about time we had something like that and really informative.
It's a fun way of showing people what's going on.
Where things go.
As for the likelihood of this Australian 60 Minutes ever turning up on these shores, TV critic Tom Shale says don't hold your breath, but he admits it's the type of show Americans could probably learn something from.
It is shocking, and it does have some visual surprises, but it's really basically informational stuff about a very interesting topic, sex.
Well, what are you all waiting for? All that free advice on improving your sex life, and you're still sitting there. Go and practice.
In Australia, as in the U.S., controversy and sponsor troubles go hand in hand. 20 major companies have either pulled ads or are considering doing so.